Hi there, this is Renee, and I would like to show you how to use Rodan Fields Unblemish regimen. The goal of Rodan Fields is to love your skin and to dare to go bare without any makeup because your skin is healthy and beautiful. So let me show you how to use it. Okay, first things, Doctors Rodan Fields recommend that you use Cetaphil. You can do it in a pump or you could do it in a face wipe. I recommend you have both. In case you're somewhere where you don't have running water, you can use a quick face cloth. Or at night, if you're just really crammed and you don't have time this one night very infrequently, then you can use a face cloth. So Cetaphil is recommended because it's non-drying, it's non-stripping of your oils. The worst thing you can do is dry out your skin because the sebaceous oil glands will overstimulate, which leads to a further cycle of acne. So first things first, let's get started. Wash your face with warm water, not hot water. Again, we don't want to stimulate those sebaceous glands. So, nice warm water. Get your face wet. Use about a pump or two of Cetaphil and cleanse all of your makeup or any impurities you have on your skin. So just kind of rinse it out. I use about a squirt. Wash all the nooks and crannies. Get under your chin, on your neck, anywhere that we have any oil issues, and then rinse it off. Again, the water's nice and warm. You can use a washcloth, but it's very important that each time you wash your face, you use a clean washcloth. So I just kind of pat my skin, keep it a little bit moist, because the #1 mask is what I'm going to put on next, and I think it spreads a little bit nicer with your skin a little moist. So keep it a little bit moist, and if your fingertips have dried off, I use about this much, not too much, then moisten your fingers if they've dried off. So I put it between my fingers and then I spread it rather quickly. Try to concentrate on the areas where I'm struggling with a breakout. Don't get it too close to your eyes. Remember, this is a sulfur wash. And sulfur does emit a little bit of a sulfur smell. And I find if I get it too close to my eyes, it makes my eyes water. Now, everybody's different. However, that's what it does for me. So I've learned to kind of modify my behavior based on how my eyes react and my skin. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put that on nice and thin. Notice you can still see it's a little bit thin, purpley color. That's a color, purpley. And you want to let it dry, and you want to let it dry for about 30 to 60 seconds. Now, what I do is I multitask. I'll brush my teeth now, and it'll dry as I'm doing something else. It doesn't take that much time. You just have to learn to find your steps. So what this is doing is this is setting the pH balance for your skin for each subsequent layer. Doctors Rodan Fields found that not just one product works to clear your acne, you need a layering of these products. Goes back to their multi-mat approach. The right ingredients in the right order equal the best outcomes. So this is dried 30 to 60 seconds. I've brushed my teeth or something else. Sometimes I'll put this on and then I'll jump in the shower. Okay, so warm water, rinse it off. And again, you can splash your face like I'm doing. Whatever's your preferred technique. I keep a little washcloth handy. And that way, if it drips somewhere I don't like it to drip, I can just kind of quickly clean it off. So I pat my skin, get all the mask off, just like so. My skin has a little bit of moisture to it, and that's okay. Then I'm gonna use the #2. The #2 is the toner. It's non-alcohol based, so it should not burn. But if you have a few open areas, it might be a little sensitive. Don't worry, that's part of the process. I would take your hand and fan it if it's uncomfortable. So you can use a gauze pad, but I've learned a better way. Use your 2 fingertips. You just want to use a little bit like this and spread it all over. Again, don't get it in your eye. Go right underneath the eyes. But make sure that you get everywhere on your skin, because this is the next step in the multi-mat approach for helping to close the pores so that the environmental pollutants don't get in your skin. Do your neck and anywhere like right up through here to the top of your chest area. The coolest thing, and I always kind of take that last bit and spread it on my skin before I close it, just to get the most out of my product. So you can use gauze, but I prefer my fingertips. It's really quick. It starts to dry super quick. You can do something else for a moment. Maybe you set out your clothes for the day. Who knows, whatever you do. But look at this like a stepwise progression. It does not add that much to your day, but when you get into the routine of it, it's pretty quick. So that was number 2, the toner. Number 3 is the actual pump. This is brilliant. These doctors know that when it's pre-mixed, it starts to degrade. So this is not pre-mixed. You have the benzoyl peroxide on one side and you have a super lubricant on the other side. One of the problems with benzoyl peroxide is it tends to sit on the top of the skin. You don't want that. You want it in your pores. So these ladies have created a system that you can do that with. So you take the top off and you're going to do 1 squirt. The clear stuff is the actual lubricant. The white stuff is the benzoyl peroxide. So I've layered them on top of each other. I put them on one finger and then I mix them together, just like this. And both of these products are important. So don't not use one thinking you're saving. You want to mix them together. They're designed that way. Then what I do is I put it on my areas, and you don't want to spot treat your face. You want to treat the whole face, because underneath the skin, it's all network. So if you're just trying to spot proof one area, you're not recognizing that it's a system all over your skin. Now granted, if you never break out through here, I would tend to put all the number 3 in this zone where you break out. Or if you break out here, make sure you get the cheeks and under here. But you want to rub that around, and I have learned to rub it in, because remember, benzoyl peroxide wants to sit on the top of the skin, and that's not going to do any good. You want it in the pores. So the lubricant is helping to get it super slippery so it goes into the pores. This dries super quick, but I've learned, give this just a little bit longer. So this is the time when I'll do something else. There's plenty to do in the morning, but it takes about a minute, maybe less, to dry, and you want it dry because the next step that you're going to do is the number 4. The number 4 is the oil control lotion. I love this stuff. If you have any oily areas like through the day where you get shininess, this is amazing. It will actually help stop the shiny, and you don't have to reapply it. Your skin gets used to it, and it will definitely get to a point where you're not going in the bathroom and trying to blot your skin to hide any shine. So what I love about this is that it goes on super light and it dries super quick. But I've also learned that you want the number 3 to be dry before you put this on. If it's not dry, you'll notice that there's kind of a little purple type hue to your skin. That should be an indicator that you didn't let the number 3 dry long enough. So things you learn as you go. So I let this dry, I do something else. It doesn't take long, it absorbs into my skin. And then I come back with my SPF. Now there's a lot of people who have acne who are so afraid to use a sunscreen because it clogs their pores. This will not clog your pores. I guarantee you this is great stuff. The more I use this, the more I realize the design of this is to keep your sebaceous glands under control. If the sun is heating up your skin too much from being out laying in the sun, which we shouldn't do, because it ages us. The sun is the number 1 ager. But as you're heating up your skin, it's activating your sebaceous glands. By putting this on, it actually helps even out that activation of sebaceous glands from the standpoint of you put this on, it evens out your skin tone. So I feel dry, it doesn't feel tacky, and so I'm going to put a little bit of this lotion right here, and I've learned again to spread it quickly. So I spread it quickly all over. And on this, even if you don't get acne up here, it really controls the shine effect. So spread this all over, but don't put it in your eyes because we shouldn't put sunscreen in our eyes, but kind of get it underneath on the orbital bone. Okay? And voila, it already feels like it's drying. This is really great, fast drying. And what it does is it keeps your skin looking very fresh and very moisturized, but not oily looking, which I know is a battle for people with oily skin. So that's step number 1, 2, 3, and 4. The best thing you can do after this, if you want to put a little bit of mineral peptide on, I'll show you one that's really great. Rodan Fields created their mineral peptide. It has SPF in it. So it's another way to get SPF on your face, which protects you from the sun. The other thing you can do is you could put, if you have normal makeup, light foundation on, then put this on top of it, because this on top of it will actually help with the sun, but it will also help with any kind of coverage that you'd like. It's very light, but it does the trick. The greatest thing about Rodan Fields is that we're trying to get our skin healthy so that we wear less and less makeup. Again, dare to go bare because you love your skin. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. Thank you.